stop what you're doing. Because what I'm about to tell you could save you from making a mistake you can never undo. Every crypto transaction you've ever made is permanently public. Not just public today, public forever. Your employer can see it, your family can see it, anyone who connects your identity to your wallet can trace every dollar you've ever moved. That payment you sent 3 years ago, still there. That gift you bought, your friend knows exactly what you spent. And here's what terrifies most people when they realize this. There's no delete button. No privacy setting you can turn on after the fact, and once it's on the blockchain, it's there forever. But right now, something massive is happening. A crypto that actually solves this problem just ripped 1,500% from $50 all the way to $745 in just 8 weeks. And the smart money is quietly positioning themselves before more people start to catch on. Today, I'm showing you exactly what's happening and why this could be the most important shift in crypto this year. In this video, I'm exposing why privacy has suddenly become the hottest narrative in crypto. I'll break down the catalyst driving all of this, show you exactly how this technology works in practice, then give you the full picture. The bull case that has everyone rotating serious capital into this, and the real risks that I don't think they're fully understanding. So get comfortable, hit the like button, and let's dive into it. But before we do, here's a quick disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. Crypto is high risk. Always do your own research and treat this content as pure education to help you understand the space better. With that being said, let's start with Bitcoin. When you send Bitcoin to someone, that transaction gets recorded on a public ledger anyone can view. Who sent it, how much, when it happened, all visible to anyone who looks. But what if you're a business owner and your competitor can see exactly how much you're paying suppliers, and that gives them the leverage to undercut you? Well, this is where ZCASH comes in. It actually launched way back in 2016, and it offered something very different, a choice. You can transact publicly like Bitcoin, or activate a privacy feature that hides everything. The sender becomes invisible, the amount disappears, the receiver's identity stays hidden. Here's a concrete example. You're negotiating a business deal and need to move $50,000 as a deposit. With standard crypto, that transaction is public. Now, the other party knows exactly how much capital you have access to. With Zcash's privacy mode, the transaction becomes a whisper in a crowded room. Only you and the other party know. Or you're supporting a family member going through hard times, sending them $500 every month. On a public blockchain, everyone can see it. Your other family members start asking questions. With Zcash, it stays between you and them. You decide when to be transparent and when to keep things private. And here's what makes this powerful. Zcash uses zero-knowledge proofs. It's cryptography that's so advanced that it can prove a transaction is legitimate without revealing a single detail about it. Think about that. You can prove you paid someone without showing the amount, the recipient, or your balance. It's like proving you're over 21 without showing your ID, your birthday, or your name. And this tech is fully being used in practice. Cross-border businesses use it to protect their payment flows from competitors. Digital nomads use it to send money back home without banks taking a cut or governments tracking every dollar. Even in the US, where tax compliance is important, you can keep records for the IRS while keeping everything else private. It's no surprise that both individuals and institutions are making strategic entries in the privacy sector. Now, speaking of bold crypto strategies, this video is sponsored by Upexi, and their approach to digital assets is worth understanding because it shows how institutional players are positioning themselves in the space overall. While most publicly traded companies were still debating whether to add crypto to their balance sheets, Upexi made a huge move at the start of this year. They executed a complete strategic pivot towards digital assets, and by April, they had closed a massive $100 million private placement. Here's what makes this interesting. Most of that capital went straight into Solana, making Upexi the holder of the largest Solana treasury of any publicly traded company in the world. The results are pretty wild. As of their latest update, Upexi holds over 2 million SOL, valued at $447 million, with $142 million in paper profits since launch. Their SOL per share has gone up an impressive 129% since the treasury strategy launched. But they're not just holding. Almost all their SOL is staked at roughly 8% annual yield, generating roughly $105,000 per day in revenue. That's real, recurring income flowing in every day. Aside from that, they've made a strategic investment in Alpha Exchange, which is an AI-driven crypto trading platform that combines real-time analytics with institutional-grade security. They've also added Arthur Hayes to their advisory committee, and he's one of the most influential voices in crypto. Upexi Inc. is listed on NASDAQ under the ticker symbol UPXI. Crypto markets are volatile, but seeing how public companies are building long-term strategies around these assets gives you a sense of where institutional interest is heading. If you want to dive deeper into their Solana treasury updates and investment thesis, then check out ir.upexi.com. The link is down below. Now, getting back to ZCASH, the privacy feature isn't just a niche tool anymore. Just a few days ago, the price hit an all-time high of $745. But the run-up was quick, and before that, ZCASH was a sleeping giant for years and years. So what's driving this? And why now? Well, more people want financial privacy than ever before. Think of ZCASH as having two separate areas: a public side where transactions are visible, and a private side called the shielded pool where transactions are completely hidden. Right now, over 5 million ZCASH coins are sitting in the shielded pool, and that's about 31% of all ZCASH that exists. Here's why this matters. When people move their coins into the shielded pool to use ZCASH's privacy features, those coins pretty much disappear from the regular trading market. It's like locking them in a vault while they're being used privately. With fewer coins available for people to buy and sell on exchanges, even small jumps in demand can push the price up more easily. And lately, daily trading volumes are hitting billions of dollars. People are waking up to the importance of privacy and rotating money from other crypto projects into ZCASH. Now, on top of this supply impact from the shielded pool, there's another major event in ZCASH's cycle called a halving. It's the same concept as the Bitcoin halving. Every 4 years, ZCASH automatically cuts the mining rewards in half. Mining is how new ZCASH coins are created and released into circulation. Think of it like turning down a faucet. After the halving, the flow of new coins drops from roughly 1.5 coins per block to just about 0.78 coins per block. This means less new supply entering the market. Combine that with more people using the shielded pool for private transactions, and you get upward momentum. Plus, we're seeing real adoption. Cross-chain bridges now let you privately swap ZCASH on their platforms like Solana, and Grayscale just launched an investment trust that makes it easier for big institutions to invest in ZCASH. These are all genuine signs of sustainable growth. Big names in crypto are also talking about ZCASH, and what they're saying is pretty interesting. Arthur Hayes, the guy who founded BitMEX and is known for making massive crypto bets, just revealed that ZCASH is now his second largest holding in his fund, right behind Bitcoin. When someone like Arthur Hayes puts that much capital into something, people notice. Then there's Naval Ravikant, founder of AngelList and basically a legend in both tech and crypto. His take on ZCASH is simple, but hits hard. He tweeted, "Bitcoin is insurance against fiat. ZCASH is insurance against Bitcoin." It makes sense when you think about it. Bitcoin protects you from the government money printer, but ZCASH protects you from Bitcoin's biggest weakness, which is that every transaction is completely public. And Mert Mumtaz, the CEO of Helios, who's been a huge voice in the Solana world, has been talking about ZCASH constantly. He broke down crypto's evolution in 4 major shifts. Bitcoin came first, then smart contracts with Ethereum, then scale with Solana, and now privacy with ZCASH. He's saying privacy isn't just a nice feature to have. It's the next fundamental breakthrough, and it's happening right when AI is making privacy more important than ever. ZCASH is leading that movement and also paving the way for other projects to crush it in this niche. And here's the thing. While most people are just discovering privacy coins, we've been positioned on this narrative since June inside the FireHustle VIP Discord. Long before ZCASH pumped, long before privacy became the hot narrative. Before Arthur Hayes, before Mert, before Naval. We saw the setup coming and identified Zera as the infrastructure backbone of the entire privacy movement. The conviction was so strong that when the market crashed and everyone panicked, we were actually celebrating in the Discord because Zera held like a champion. The dip got bought up instantly, and that's real strength, and that's what early positioning looks like. The YouTube videos give you the headlines after the move happens. But the VIP Discord is where you spot projects like Zera months before anyone else realizes, map out why the narrative will heat up, and build positions while it's still quiet. If privacy explodes like we think it will, Zera is leading the charge, and we saw it coming back in June. So come check out the FireHustle VIP Discord. The feedback has been absolutely phenomenal so far, and everyone's loving it. The link is in the description. Come and try it out for a month. Now back to ZCASH. So let's talk about the bear case, because it's important to see both sides. The price climbed so fast that technical indicators were flashing overbought, and we've actually already seen a pullback to around $500, which seems to be holding us a support zone right now. Trading volume has dropped from recent peaks, and short sellers have been positioning themselves. That's just how markets work after massive runs like this. Then there is competition. Monero takes a different approach with mandatory privacy on every single transaction. Zcash gives you the choice, which is powerful, but some people prefer that all or nothing approach. And let's be real, regulatory pressure is always a concern with privacy coins. Governments want visibility into financial flows, and that creates tension. Zcash's optional transparency actually works in its favor here because it helps the coin stay listed on major exchanges. But if regulations tighten globally, that could still become a challenge. And here's another thing to watch. Only 31% of Zcash's supply is currently shielded. If more people don't start using the privacy features, then that side of the story weakens. Look, I'm not trying to spread doom and gloom here. I'm just being realistic with you. The rally has been driven by real capital and real adoption, but markets move in cycles. If you're trading this, having an exit strategy and watching key support levels is very, very important. So let's bring this all together though. We started by talking about how exposed our financial lives have become in the digital age. Every transaction, every payment is permanently public. Zcash offers a real solution to that problem by giving you control over your financial privacy. You can transact publicly when transparency serves you, and flip on privacy mode when it doesn't. The bull case is solid with real utility and supply dynamics backing it up. The bear case reminds us that nothing goes straight up forever, and there are legitimate risks to consider. Neither side tells the complete story on its own, but now you have the full starting picture to start your research. And honestly, there's so much more to dive into here. This video is really just scratching the surface. I'm going deeper into the privacy narrative, Zcash's underlying technology, and this entire ecosystem every single day. So if you want me to turn this into a full series on Zcash, or if there's other projects at this level like Zera that you want me to break down, then let me know in the comments down below. Here's the thing about crypto though. Timing is everything. Things move incredibly fast in this space, and that's why hitting subscribe is honestly the best free move that you can make to stay on top of what's happening. And if you want to go even deeper than what I can cover on YouTube, then the FireHustle VIP Discord is where we're breaking down these opportunities in real time every single day. The link is in the description down below. And before I sign off, a quick reminder, this video is for educational purposes only. It's not financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.